Created all these things I call from the night to the small, growing and growing, the stars and God's glory. God and God alone reveals the truth of all we never know. And told the rest and voice the land, let's change from master's plan. It's God's and God's alone. God and God alone. It's fit to take the universe is throne. Everything that lives deserves to His praise. For God and God alone. God and God alone will be the joy of our eternal home. He will be our one desire, but hearts will never tire of God and God alone. God and God alone. It's meant to take the universe is throne. Let everything that lives return its joyous praise. For God and God alone. God and God alone. It's fit to take the universe is throne. Let everything that lives reserve its truest praise. For God and God, let everything that lives reserve its truest praise. For God and God alone.
Important task. I'm here to introduce the speaker for the hour. She told me she attended the Harvey Park SDA Church. She has been a Christian for over 30 years. She is a final year student at the University of West Indies. And I asked her what she loved to do. She told me she loved to minister in all form and shape. So once there's to minister to his fellow men, she loved to do that. She's single. She's the author of a book, Success is Not Beyond You. And she had some support with her this morning, this afternoon, her mother, her aunt, and a friend. And I asked them to stand. That her mother, aunt, and friend. as a support this morning to support our young speaker. And Virgin, it's always good to have a youth to speak to us on a Sabbath. I speak of none other than Sister Forbes, Bobby Forbes. I think I got that one right. But before she comes to us, Brother Chan will give us a song of meditation.
One day, a strange woman, driven by love for her Lord, recklessly poured out valuable innocence, disregarding the scorn. It's broken and spilled out fragrance fills all the room, like a prisoner released from his shadows, like a spirit set free from the tomb. Oh, can I feel that? Just for love of Jesus, my most perfect treasure, lavished on and poured at your feet. It's sweet abandon, words failed out, and you stop for me. Lord, you are not the best treasure. It's not, and His own perfect Son sent here to show us the love of the Father. Just for loving the Son. And once you are broken and still out, you gave up yourself within me. You spared no expense for my blood. You were used up and wasted for me. Oh, can feel just for love of me, Jesus.
Good morning, church. I think we can do better. Good morning, church. Happy Sabbath, church. It's a pleasure to be worshiping here today. First and foremost, I want to thank Elder Bromfield, sorry, Elder Bromfield, my apologies, for that lovely introduction. And I also want to thank Carrie for those two songs. Anytime Carrie sings, honestly, I see when words in the congregation that they're connected with the word. That's exactly how I feel. So I want to thank you. And also, I want to thank the members of Stadium Community for receiving us here. I remember when we got to the door earlier, I received a warm welcome, my family and I. And we want to thank, I extend thanks on behalf of my family. The topic of the sermon for today, and I promise you I won't be long. It's called, we are called to be a witness. And before I get into the sermon, I'm from St. Elizabeth. And I remember one day I was walking in Santa Cruz. Many of you may be familiar with the name, but not the place. I was walking in Santa Cruz with this lady. She was not dressed in a robe. Her head was not covered. She was not walking with a Bible in hand. But I remember she was going about her business normally. And every establishment that we went to, someone would say to her, Miss, you're a Christian? Miss, you're a Christian, don't. So I'm saying to myself, oh, nobody gonna ask me if I'm a Christian. So I said, you know what? I'm going to take it upon myself to ask the next person that asks this lady if she's a Christian. Hold on, say she's a Christian. We went to another establishment, and of course, someone else asked her. So I said, how do you know that this lady is a Christian? You know what they said to me? Just her demeanor, how she was responding to me while we were waiting to get served, how she conducted herself in the establishment. That is the attitude and behavior of a Christian. And that's exactly how we should be. We should be identifiable. We should stand out. I'll read something from Testimonies of the Church, Volume 5. It says, we're living in an age when all should especially give heed to the injunction of the Savior. Watch and pray that he enter not into temptation. Let everyone bear in mind that he should be true and loyal to God. Believe in the truth, grow in grace, and in the knowledge of Jesus Christ. The Savior's invitation is, learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. The Lord is willing to help us, to strengthen us, and bless us, but we must pass through the refining process until all the impurities in our character are burned away. Every member of the church will be subjected to the furnace, not to consume, but to purify. Please bow your heads as I pray. O Lord, I give you thanks. Lord, I ask all the words said here will be a blessing to us as your people, and we will take bits and pieces of it and apply it to our lives. Thank you for everything that you've done and all that you continue to do. In your name I pray. Amen. First Peter 2, verse 9. Please turn with me for scripture reading. First Peter 2, verse 9. And let us read together. Are we there? Alright. Ready. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. It tells us that we're a chosen generation, holy nation, royal priesthood, peculiar people. And all of these are prestige descriptive words. I took it upon myself, even though by context clues we know what these words mean. But I decided to just find the basic definition. And chosen, this means that we are set apart, we were selected. Holy means we are separated or set apart from, we're dedicated to a purpose, to God. Royal, we are majestic, we are regal. Peculiar, we're out of the ordinary, we're special. And interestingly, I found out that the Greek word for peculiar, I can pronounce Spanish, I can pronounce French, but not Greek, so I'll not say it. However, it means possession, property, or possessive. So by giving these basic definitions, the one similarity that we can all admit these terms have is that we're special and we're set apart. And you may be saying, okay, Bobby, we get the point. Where are you going with this? Well, this is simply saying to us that we belong to a special group of people who are the unique possession of God. We're members of His eternal family. And that means, of course, that we're special objects of His love and care. It also means, however, that we're to live consistent with who we are. And this is where 1 Timothy 4 verse 12 comes in. However, before I continue, I was saying to Pastor Honey in the week that God is an amazing God. When I was prepared, he asked me 3 weeks ago to do this. And I had this idea in mind. I didn't have a title, but I know that I wanted to talk about the fact that we as Christians, we as children of God, we're called to stand apart. And I had that in mind, and I know that is what I'll go for. I know that was a message from God. However, we all have our faults as our Christians. And if we look in Sabbath lesson, remember that we just got our quarterly last week. And I was surprised when I read the very last sentence of one of the first paragraphs in Sabbath. And it said, God's intention was for His people to be holy and to be a witness to the nations around them. And I was like, look at God, this is exactly what I want to talk about. And all I said was, He is amazing. We don't understand why, we don't understand how, but all we know is that He's amazing. Let's turn to 1 Timothy 4, verse 12. It says, let no eyes by you, but be thou an example of the believers in word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity. And this is Paul writing to Timothy, a young believer. And he encourages him not to give anyone an excuse to write him off as undeserving of their attention, but instead to confidently set an example of the Christian life. And it's the same for us today. We have a duty, we're called to be a witness, we're called to represent Christ, to be an example. And in this one text, Paul outlines 5 ways in which we're to be different, in which we're to exercise our royalty, exercise the fact that we're chosen. And out of the 5, I'll speak on 4 of this today. The first one is speech. He says, "What? Be thou an example of the belief, word in conversation." So word and conversation, we can summarize in a general term, speech. Speech is an important part of our Christian character. And in fact, it is one of the hardest parts of our Christian character to keep in check. There's several texts that encourages us to be careful with what we say. However, with God, nothing is impossible. My room is decorated with quotes and Bible texts as a daily reminder, because it is there we will sometimes be discouraged. And right above my bed I have, with God nothing is impossible. And sometimes we doubt that, we don't openly doubt it, But the fact that we don't allow God to work and not question, that's us doubting. But let me tell you something. With God, nothing is really impossible. So even we have problems with our speech, if we earnestly ask God, He will help us. And as a Christian, we ought to be Christ-like. We are a new creature. James 3 verse 6. You know, I always knew this thing, but while preparing for this, I was like, wow. It says, and the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body, and setteth on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire of hell. While our speech may be challenging, it is of utmost importance that we learn to control what we say and how we say it. And I'll give you 3 reasons why. Matthew 12 verse 36. I want us all to read that text. Matthew 12 verse 36. Let us read together. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give an account thereof to the day of judgment. I don't think I need to say anything more on that. Number 2, what we say almost always have a huge effect on others. We might say, in this Christian journey, we as children of God, what we say, it's not that impactful in winning souls, because I can sing, I can teach Sabbath school, I can preach, I can go out there and I can serve someone who is in need. However, if we remember when Christ was on earth, how did he go about ministering? He formed friendships. He served others. And as such, we ought to be very careful with what we say, because friendships, they are important to us in winning souls. You might go to a random person, or even a person that you're acquainted with and say, hey, I'm inviting you to church. They might not show. But you develop a friendship with this person, and one day you say, John, come church with me. You've always been asking, what is church like every Sabbath? Come and see for yourself. That person might actually show. So we have to be careful, because friendships are important, an important aspect of winning souls. The third part is thoughtful and loving words can establish a relationship. But just a few angry or careless words can destroy years of friendship. Proverbs 15 verse 1 tells us, a soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. Number 2, the second point that Paul told Timothy was love. It says charity, but most of us, if not all, we're familiar with 1 Corinthians 13. And based on 1 Corinthians 13, we know another word for charity is love. And I think this is the most essential part of our Christian character. John 13, verse 34 and 35, it says, new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have love one to another. This explicitly tells us the importance of loving each other. We're called to show, to exhibit a type of love that others will probably think that we're mad. I recently understood Hosea on a different level. I always knew the story of Hosea. I've read it several times. However, I went to a Bible study not too long ago, and I encourage us, if you have the opportunity to have Bible study, go to Bible study, do it. Because remember, I knew this story for a long time, but going to the Bible study, it showed me Hosea on a different perspective. Hosea's wife was never harlot in the beginning. I always thought she was. Always, but she was never harlot. If we read Hosea 1, it says, the beginning of the word of the Lord by Hosea. And the Lord said to Hosea, Go, take unto thee a wife of whoredoms, and children of whoredoms, for the land hath committed great whoredom, departing from the Lord. When Hosea took Gomer as his wife, did she have any children? No, she didn't. She was the harlot. However, Hosea's wife had 3 children, and only one was for Hosea. Jezreel, the first one. So Christ knew that Gomer would, as we would say today, cheat on Hosea. Christ knew that Gomer would give Hosea 2 jackets, as we would say today. Christ knew this, and Christ told Hosea to still go and take this lady as your wife. But you know, the mind-blowing thing is that Hosea loved this woman. That is the love we ought to exhibit. But you know what was also mind-blowing is that this is a prophecy. And this is us today. Christ knew that we would forsake him. Christ knew we would cheat on him. He knew that we would turn away from him. But at the same time, he still died for us. He sent his only son to die for us, rather. He is still there bleeding on our behalf. If we run to him right now, he will welcome us with open arms. That is love. And that is the type of love that we as children of God, we need to show to others. We need to show undeserving love, unconditional love, and sometimes it will be unrequited. But love it doesn't stop there. Forgiveness is a part of love. I'll tell you this. February 2010, came to church on a normal Sabbath. Sabbath school break as a child day. So, you know, the children have a different section for themselves. And it was going to cornerstone class. Walking, normal, usual Sabbath. Spotted the chair I would sit on. Let's say I spotted this chair. Persons were already in the class. They were sitting behind the chair. And I turned around to sit. Only thing I didn't sit on a chair. I landed on that bottle. So going to the chair. It is almost 10 years. And to this day, I have mild scoliosis. Last week I got pinched nerves because of the injury. And there are constant side effects from this injury. And you know, every time I come upon persons or mommy come upon persons, they say, you know the body, you know can walk court, you know what you know who you to come about it. At first I found it hard to be forgiving because this person never said sorry up to this day. The family has never apologized anything. And I remember my mother saying, Christ did not behave a certain type of way. And as such, even though it hurts me, I have to forgive them and trust God's will. And let me tell you, years after the family and our family were friends, you would not believe that this is the young man that pulled the chair because of how my parents were and how I was with that guy. So we have to be forgiving as children, forgiving our children as children of God. It is going to be hard sometimes, you know. But I'm telling you, there are days when I feel pain. And I'm saying, wonder if this guy understands the depth of the injury. But at the same time, I feel no remorse. I feel no ill feelings with it. Nothing. Because when you are a child of God, He will provide a way. He will not only provide a way in the sense of food or a drive. He will provide a way in your spiritual journey. The third point is faith. 2 Corinthians 5 verse 7. It says, for we walk by faith, not by sight. Hebrews 11. I love that chapter. It gives faith a clear understanding, and it also highlights men and women of the Bible who exercise faith. Listen, as a Christian, as a child of God, it is so important to have faith. We trust that the Bible is true, that Jesus is who he says he is, and that God has the ability to keep the promises he has made to us. This faith should give us courage to live boldly for Christ, because we know God will love, protect, and provide for us no matter what. These people mentioned in Hebrews 11, they didn't have what we have today. We have this. We can read their stories, and we can be encouraged and renewed and strengthened. But they didn't have this. Yet they showed a character that was second to none. Their faith, it was strong. It was, as I say, it was second to none. But then on the flip side, I find it interesting. I've always said this. We still have faith. And if I was supposed to say to you, I have faith that a C4 paraplegic will walk again. You might look at me and say, awesome, that not happen. That's a lack of faith. It can happen. It can. Christ knows why he may not allow it, but it can happen. Or I leave an empty fridge at home 20 minutes ago. Nothing in the fridge now. And I say I have faith that when I come back home, there will be something in the fridge. You probably think I'm mad. You know why I say that? I'm sure many of us have experienced this. You have your handbag or your car, whatever it is, and every day you put your keys at this particular place in your handbag or in your car. You get paid the 25th that week of the month. You have the money and everything, but as the month goes on, the money runs short. And you ask God, or God sees that you need the money. Sometimes we don't even ask him enough, but he sees that you are in need. And the same place where you have the key every single day. One day you put your hand there and with your thoughts. Let me tell you something, that is faith. Have faith because it's possible with God. I have experienced that. I don't even when you think that I don't have a very big house. And one day we lost $1,000. And me and mommy and me, my father calling me. So don't be like. We searched out the house and could we find the $1,000? And it's not a big house now. And I remember probably like about 6 months after we found the $1,000. I'm not sure where was it. But we needed $1,000 at the time. Faith, nothing is impossible. And as children of God, we need to believe, we need to exercise our faith. We need to stand out. I saw this quote when I was preparing, and I thought it was good. It says, if you say have faith, move like you know that God have your back. Remember, faith as small as a mustard seed, it can move mountains. Last point, as I said, I'm not going to be long. Paul said to Timothy, purity. That was the very last word in the text. It says, we are called to be an example of purity. In the Beatitudes, Matthew 5, verse 8, Jesus says, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Because of our fallen nature, we can't reach perfection in this life, but nevertheless, we are to strive to keep God's commandments as a demonstration of our love for Him and gratefulness for the saving work He's done in our lives. As we grow in our walk with Him, He promises to purify us and make us more like Himself. And this leads me to conduct. Paul, in his letter to the Philippians, encourages them to conduct yourselves in a manner worthy of the gospel of Christ. Conduct is so important. If we go through the scriptures, I will ask one person to show me in the Bible where Christ behaved in a manner that was not fit for a child of God. Not there. We might think it's impossible for us, but Christ came here on earth and he behaved in such a way and we can do it also. He came and he set an example for us. So it is achievable for us today. If we were the label of a child of God, we must be willing to live our lives to that standard. This goes for the way we dress, the music we listen to, the food we eat, the attitude we display. We might think that those aren't important. But you know why I chose this topic? For the past couple of years, it's something that has burned in my heart. We don't stand out anymore as Christians. We look like the world, we dress like the world, we behave like the world. And I say we, because it's a struggle that I have. I might not be listening to the music with bad words, but at the same time, the music that I listen to is not fit for Christian, because I remember I was listening to this song that I consider love song. And when I could see hear the words of the song, like if you are not at heaven, I would not, if I would understand song, I don't remember it. Because I stopped listening to it, but something of the sort where if the partner is not in heaven, I don't want to be there either. Come on, as Christians we need to be better. We have to stand up, we have to be careful. We go out and we have on a top where our belly is showing. How will a person say, this is a child of God? You are a child of God. They cannot, because we look exactly like the persons of the world. We do not act. First Peter 2 verse 9 says that we are royal. Think about it. Have you ever seen anyone from the monarch acting out of place? Meghan Markle, I'm sure we're probably familiar with the name. She just got married to Prince Harry. And if she used to sit down and just sit to close her legs, she now has to sit and cross her legs. She cannot carry a certain purse. She cannot wear a certain outfit. And if they follow that down to the T, why we as prince and princesses of the Almighty King cannot follow simple guidelines that will lead us to salvation? I don't understand it. And this is what burdens my heart. And this is why I chose this topic, because when I think it's the big things in quotations that will lead us astray. But the little things, the ones that we think we know, and we constantly know, they are the ones that will probably lead us astray, because we have it that we know it, so we don't need a reminder. But every now and then we need a reminder. And I'm concluding now. The characteristics outlined in this verse, which is 1 Timothy 4 verse 12, it's not easy to perfect by any stretch of the imagination. But that does not give us a free pass not to work towards that goal. Paul challenges us to reach for a high standard, not only to set an example for other believers, but also to make unbelievers wonder what we have that is so special that it changes everything about our lives. Listen, and I know this to be true. You see, when persons see that you are experiencing a good thing, they will want a piece of that good thing, And this is no your opportunity to invite them to church, invite them to Christ. We have, I always learn, brother, that the best sermon that you can preach is the life that you live. And we see this with Christ when he was on earth. He was a friend to all. He served others. He lived an exemplary character. He resisted temptation, and so can we. Remember, James tells us to resist the devil, and he shall flee from thee. And most importantly, he prayed. He prayed and he prayed. opportunity that Christ got, rather, he prayed. And prayer is what keeps us connected with God. But we have to pray earnestly and we have to pray continuously. So you cannot pray earnestly and don't pray continuously. So you pray this morning, you don't pray in the day or in the night. It's either at, here's the gospel, it is both earnestly and continuously. And we have to believe it and we have to claim it. This is where faith comes in. Prayer does not bring God down to us, but it brings us up to Him. The darkness of the evil one encourages those who neglect to pray, and without unceasing prayer, we are in the danger of deviating from the right path. The right path is the one that enriches our character so that we can be witnesses of the true and living God. And with this, I say, I read a call to stand apart by Ellen. And chapters 7 and 8, how to pray and how to have faith, they're very short chapters. And it is that you ever need just an encouragement or a simple reminder, I say to you, read that chapter. And you have this prayer, and you have necessity. You see when you go down to necessity and you pray, trust me, Christ will answer your prayer once it is earnest. We have that. And with that, I ask us all to stand. And I'll say a word of prayer that we can be true witnesses for Christ. Because misrepresentation of Christ is not good. We will be accountable for it all. Let us pray. Oh Father, as we come here as your children, Lord, I'm asking you for your guidance, for your help. I know this journey, Lord, is not easy, but it is possible with you. So Lord, help us. Help that our characters will be exemplary. Help that we will stand out, Lord. We will be identifiable. Please, Lord, bless us. Whatever we do, that will give glory to you. Thank you for loving us. Thank you for understanding and for taking care of us. And Lord, please, I'm asking you to help us to stand true and stand firm in your faith. In your name I pray. Amen. Cheers.
Pilgrims on the journey of the narrow road, and those who've gone before us mind the way, cheering on the faithful, encouraging the weary. Their lives are stirring testaments to God's sustaining grace. Surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us run the race not only for the prize, but as those who've gone before us. Let us lead to those behind us, a heritage of faithfulness has gone through godly lives. Oh, may all who come behind find us faithful. May the fire